All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Keith Flynn. I'm the Director of Digital Marketing here at West USA Realty. Welcome to another Thursday morning webinar, social media webinar. Each and every week, we do an awesome, well, I'm bragging a little bit here, but we have an awesome class. We actually have an awesome opportunity to have all of our agents, whether you're with West USA or with another brokerage, join us each every Thursday at 10 a.m. for a social media webinar. As you can see this morning, we'll be going through Facebook basics for real estate professionals. You can probably note your calendar. I actually do this class each and every first Thursday of the month. It is a recurring theme. It is often one of the most questions that I get when it comes to being a real estate agent, using Facebook for your marketing needs and getting some exposure for you and your business. And so it just makes sense for us to continue to have this at the beginning of each month because, as you know, Facebook is always changing, and that's one of the things we will be going through this morning is Facebook has rolled out their redesign. Now, I know some of us see it, some of us don't. Not a big deal. If you have, I'll show you where to toggle back and forth, but get to know it, jump in there sooner than later because Facebook will ultimately be shutting it down very soon. And now they will no longer allow you to flip back and forth between the old version and the new. So whether you are not embracing it or you are, we'll go through it together and we'll figure that out. But like all my webinars, they are recorded. So make note that if you ever miss anything, any segments, or if I mention any of the other classes during my webinar, you can always visit us at the YouTube channel, our West USA Realty YouTube channel. We have not only my classes, but all of our classes that we do here at West USA are recorded and are on there for you to enjoy at your leisure. So with that, we are going to crank through Facebook basics for real estate professionals, but we are fortunate each and every class we have a couple sponsors, some vendors, industry partners that not only support us as a brokerage, but you as a real estate agent. Fantastic support system that we have with us here at West USA. Jill is not available this morning, but I just want to throw a shout out to Jill St. Croix with Great American Title. Been a huge friend of the family for a long time and an integral part of a lot of our sponsorships. And so Jill, I want to say thank you. You can reach out to her. They have the brokerage, or I'm sorry, the title agency puts out some really great tips. She has some great suggestions, content creation. So if you're ever looking for something to implement and add into your social media content creation, they've got some great stuff from their perspective. And so you can email and give her a call. I know she's always eager to, happy to help. And then of course, we have our friend Bree from VIP Mortgage who joins us every week. Bree takes an opportunity to share with you what's great about VIP Mortgage, what they can do, what's hot, what's happening, what's going on in the industry. And so I think Bree's on right now. I see her. How you doing, Bree?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I opened the door this morning, and we had the front door, the back door open at the house, you know, the home office now. And I'm so happy just to enjoy cool weather. Took the kids to school. I'm just, you know, as I mentioned on past presentations, I'm a weather geek, so just a fantastic morning.
Oh, I love it. I'm like absolutely loving having some nice weather. I know like it's crazy to me that when it's like 100 degrees, we're considering this nice, but
right.
I will take it. Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
So I'm so excited about this. I actually was just telling somebody about you the other day, Keith. I was telling them how amazing you were. So anybody who is joining for the first time today, you are in for a treat because these classes, I always look forward to them, especially like I think with Facebook, it changes so much and there's always so much to learn about like the differences and how to use it, what you can do with it, what best practices are, you know, just all the different things. There's so much information out there and I love just kind of getting different pieces and kind of figuring out what works for you. So I'm excited to hear what you have to say today.
Thank you.
So I do business development for VIP. So I have a couple of loan officers that I work with. We have agents all over the valley. So we aren't just in one area. I work out of the Scottsdale office, but we work with agents everywhere. I like to partner with agents. So I really like to sit down and kind of figure out, okay, what is it that you're needing? So what is there in your business? Like, what are the opportunities in your business? Because I think everybody, no matter where you're at, no matter if you're a new agent or a seasoned agent, you have strengths and then there's opportunities. So I really like to take a look and see, okay, what are the strengths? And I like to learn from people's strengths. So I'll ask them, what are you doing? What's working for you? So that then I can kind of understand, more about the business.
Right.
Then also, what are the opportunities so that we can really figure out where can we help? Because my loan officers each have different strengths as well. So I have, for example, I have a loan officer who he's fantastic with processes and really helping with taking a lead and converting it to 3 more leads. So he'll take 1 lead and he'll follow up with them and he puts them in his system and has a process where it's kind of like he'll have that 1 lead that an agent gave them and he'll give them back 3 leads from that 1. And so he's fantastic at that. I have another loan officer who every single one of her clients is treated as if they're family and they just love her. So they come back time and time and time again, and she will spend as much time with them as needed. So we have all different personalities and different strengths and different things that we can offer. So I really just like to sit down with each of my agents and figure out what is it that we can do for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and with each agent, with each person's business, it's awesome that you guys can tailor make it because it's different for everybody. Everyone has a different vision, objective, voice. And so, working with those agents to figure that out is fantastic. And that's a great, it's a great customer service level that you guys put out there.
I love it. It's like, it makes me so happy to see. And then
Nice.
Important question for you, Keith. Are you going to the Burger Club today?
Am I doing what?
Are you going to the Burger Club today?
I'm gonna do my best. I definitely would love to get a burger for sure. So I know I got a little bit of a haul to head out there to the East Valley-ish. I think it's where it's at. So, yeah, we're actually I'm doing a lot of prep work too today because we've got a lot of our, it's the first day of October. So Westward's dropped, which is our monthly online newsletter that goes out for all of our agents, and then first of the month emails, our Thursday blasts that go out. And so I'm going to do my best for you 100% because I would not only like to enjoy a burger, but I would certainly love to see you face to face because it's been a long time.
I know it's been a little while, so I hope
right?
I'll see you there.
All right, cool. Well, Bree, thank you so much. As always, you're a fantastic addition to our morning on Thursdays. So have a great day, and if I see you, we'll connect.
All right, sounds good. Talk to you soon.
All right, bye-bye. All right, guys, let's get rocking and rolling here. I don't want to get too much of your time today. It is a fantastic day. We are all, always focusing on what we can do to implement fun things into our business, get our Facebook page dialed in. For most of us, we understand, we know Facebook is part of our personal lives, unless you're my mother, who's reluctant to get on. I know I've joked around before in the past. And, speaking of which, too, shout out to my mom. Today's her birthday. I know she's not listening, but should she ever listen, happy birthday, Mom. Love you. So fantastic. All right, cool. So, for those of us who want to promote ourselves professionally, creating a Facebook business page is important. So whether you have one now and it's dormant, it's not really doing anything for you, or you're like, oh, I really haven't gotten around to using it, more now than ever. And, we're still rocking through this thing of COVID, trying to figure out what to do. We're not out about shaking hands and kissing babies and doing all the things that we did before. So, there's no better time to get on top of Facebook and start working your connections, getting in there, building your business page, and start really creating an online personality and persona. It's really important for you guys to consider that in addition to, posting your listings and, talking about local news stories, what's happening in your real estate market, you can utilize these posts to drive up the level of engagement for your potential buyers. And so people are going to jump onto social media to figure out, who am I working with? Where's the social proof? Can I see you actually doing what you say you do and giving experience and expertise and leveraging Facebook for that as a vehicle for you to communicate that to your audience? And so, it's also a great idea for you guys too with your business pages to not only have one, but then leverage that business page and jump into those local closed Facebook groups for not only connecting with other businesses, but also the neighbors, who lives in that community. I'm up here in North Terrace, so we've got a large 85085 closed group. It's over 3,300 people in there. We're talking about everything from what's happening in the neighborhood, changes in construction, new builds, things that are happening, home valuations. We're all having chats about our neighborhood. And so as an agent, certainly advantageous for you to not only be on Facebook, but also be in those closed groups. And so it's really going to increase your success rate with connecting with people, building relationships, and start those conversations with them on Facebook, and then move them offline into your CRM and in an email, text message, whatever you go from there. So benefits for you. Oh, I apologize, get ahead of myself. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, jump into the chat log right there. There is a chat box provided for you. I can see questions as they come in, and I'll be happy to answer them for you as we go. And we're going to jump through maybe like 8 or 9 slides here. Once we're done, I'm going to go to live environment. We're going to jump over to a Chrome, log into Facebook. So if you haven't done so already, feel free to do that. And I'm going to take you guys around the horn, show you a lot of the changes that Facebook has made in the way of the dash, the new look, and we'll make some sense of it. So benefits for you guys for creating a Facebook business page, you're going to start showing up in search results. Business pages are public, and so they will index on Google and Bing and other browsers. So if you have one, it will show up, which is great. Again, it's complemented to all of your other online presence, whether you're on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, and so on. You're really going to appear to a wider audience. So it's not just those that are logged in, but your business page will start showing up on search results. And I know I have a lot of folks ask me, well, I have a personal one that I use really for my business, and I really don't use a business page. Can I get away with that? Technically, I've seen it done and it happens. But just be mindful that because of Facebook's terms of conditions, they don't technically allow you to run a business page from a personal account. If someone was having a bad day, didn't care for what you were talking about, or was annoyed by your consistency of posting, they could flag your personal page as being run as a business, and Facebook will give you a warning, or they may even just shut you down altogether. So I've heard of it. It's not like there's a police department out there that's currently watching those things, but if someone were to report you, it can happen. And then something you get with business pages that you don't see with a personal one is insights. So you're going to be able to see how your page is performing, who's clicking on your content, who's engaging with you. Are they using any of the emojis, the laugh, the wow, the cry, the anger? Are they sharing your content? And so you'll be able to see those analytics, and that analytics will help you with forming and creating future content. So that's something you're not going to get with a personal page. Obviously, advertising is a big plus. You'll have the opportunity to create a ad manager campaign, run ads from your business page. You do need to have a business page in order to run ads. And so that's going to be a necessity that you will want to consider when creating a page. And be mindful though too, Facebook is still very cost effective compared to some other forms of advertising. They've got a low click-through rate, or high click-through rate, low cost per click, which is fantastic. For a few dollars or less, you're able to get some great results and build your audience and get more eyeballs on your content. Now, I'm not saying run an ad for everything that you post, but run ads specifically or especially for your listings. If you've got a great piece of property you want to get some additional advertising eyeballs on, naturally your client's going to ask you, what are you doing to promote my listing, my home? You can answer back and say, I'm running some Facebook ads, which historically have shown to be very successful. And then last, reviews is a huge plus for you guys. Again, Facebook, people are taken to business pages, giving reviews and sharing their experience back with you. So naturally, you don't want to miss out on an opportunity if that's where your customer, your consumer, your client decides where they want to post their reviews. So Facebook engagement, consumption and engagement is still number one. I get this question a lot. I've had some folks tell me, oh, my kids say no one's on Facebook, they're not using it, kids are leaving it. Well, kids really aren't our demographic. That's not what we're targeting. Fastest growing demographic on Facebook right now is your 55 plus, your boomers. People are aging out, starting to get on social media, connect with past friends, families, loved ones, see what the grandkids are doing. And so daily, 76% of active Facebook users are logging on a daily basis. It's still a considerable amount of people, 15% weekly. So, still advantageous for you to be on there. The platform continues to grow despite a lot of negativity that's been receiving lately in the news. And so it's still an awesome opportunity for you guys to filter out the noise, the clutter, the negativity, and use it in a positive manner for your business and growing your real estate needs. Instagram, quickly right behind there, Instagram, as you may or may not know, is owned by Facebook. So still, those two platforms play very nice together. they are very visual, and so is the real estate industry, and so they're a natural fit together. Highly recommend, if you're gonna do two, be on Facebook and be on Instagram, especially for real estate. High-res images, fantastic photos, eye-catching content. It's gonna really play for you well when you're building your business. And then Twitter, Pinterest, and LinkedIn are behind there. I can give you the benefits and cons for those as well, but we're really here to talk about Facebook today. So the goal for you as a real estate agent when building a business page and maintaining it and working it is, number one, is to build an online audience and presence, right? To build relationships. You're able to connect with folks on Facebook and specifically in neighborhoods that you're looking to farm at scale, faster than you could do in person. And so it's an awesome opportunity for you to jump on, meet and greet, talk to folks, do open homes, use their video, use live streaming. There's a lot that you can do that will really complement your business. And whether we take a piece of it and learn that, master it, then move on to the next, great. As long as you're doing something to build your business, you're gonna reap the rewards from that. And so anything you spend time on that has to do with your business is definitely gonna be beneficial to you, and guarantee you that Facebook will be one for you. Connecting with local businesses, communities, potential clients. There's a lot of other small business owners who have business pages on Facebook, nonprofits, your mom and pop pizzeria, the bakery around the corner. You as a real estate agent, your goal is to be the expert in the area. You're supposed to be the neighborhood mayor. You know who's who, what's where, and connecting everybody together. And Facebook, you can do that. Enhance your online marketing and listing tools. So as we mentioned, using ad campaigns, running any campaigns around a neighborhood, taking out an ad. That's a little bit of verbiage from back in the day. Print stuff right there, but placing an ad, running a digital ad for you guys on Facebook. You have the ability to control who sees it, how much you spend to a degree. They have rolled back some of those filtrations due to privacy issues, especially for our industry, but still a great play for you and one to consider, 102 level stuff. Developing an online personality, as I mentioned, and getting recognition is a huge element to it. Likability, people can see you, watch your videos, learn from you, and discover quickly, are you somebody that I want to work with? Are you somebody that I want to engage with and have me as a client and represent me in the home buying and selling process? So Facebook stats still continuing to grow considerably, probably well over 2.5 billion users now. 1.62 billion users visit Facebook on a daily basis. And when they log on, they're logging on 6 to 10 times a day. So over 70% of Facebook users are logging on multiple times a day and consuming content. Whether they're looking at anniversaries or birthdays, or seeing what's new in the news, or what's happening over here, or new locations opening up and so on. That's a lot of consumption. And when you add that up on average, I think last year's reporting was almost 40 minutes a day are being spent by those users on Facebook on a daily basis. And that's a lot of time. And last time I checked, anytime somebody spends that much time on a medium, whether it was a newspaper, TV, social media, that's advantageous for you to be there as well. So highly recommend, again, be where your audience is. 88% of Facebook users are on the platform. They stay connected with their friends and family. So that's why they're on it. They're peppering in their friends and family, learning from what's happening, what's reviews, recommendations. And as you guys know, this industry is very much driven by referrals and word of mouth. And so if you're putting out high value content, you're putting out content that people want to see, not just listed, just sold, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Go beyond that. Lifestyle talk or lifestyle pieces. Share with me what's happening in the neighborhood. 3 best splash pads to visit in my neighborhood in the summertime. Outdoor exercising, things that are changing in the community. People want to read that content, and though they may not have a need right now for a real estate agent, they may eventually know someone who does. And if they've been consuming your content, you're going to be top of mind to them, and they're going to say, you know what, Keith puts out really good articles. He knows this neighborhood, even though I don't have a need for an agent right now. My brother does, and I'd love for him to move into the neighborhood. I'm going to go ahead and make that connection. So 80% of users connect to brands or other businesses on Facebook. I know there's a ton of brands that I follow, not only in closed groups for what I do in my profession, but also my interests, cooking, football, you name it. breweries. Those are some of the things that I'm interested in. And so I connect with those businesses and to watch what they're doing, because naturally they're going to use this platform in order to appeal to me as a customer. Highest traffic occurs Wednesdays and Thursdays, midday. So if you're considering your content creation, when should I put this information out? Who should I share it with? Focus on those 2 days on your calendar, on your editorial calendar. If you don't have one, you better get one. Editorial calendars are huge. Map out what you want to say when you want to say it. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, first Monday of the month, last Friday of the month, whatever that looks like for you. Give yourself, like any aspect of your business, a game plan so that you're checking those boxes and you're meeting all those key performance indicators when it comes to creating content for your social media. 74% of Facebook users are a higher income earner, especially for Instagram as well. Statistically, it's shown that those who both use those platforms not only have a higher income, but also higher education level. So that is your ideal client. That's who we're targeting right now. And especially when Instagram, as you know, Instagram is the largest demographic for first-time home buyers, your millennials. And so we're going to jump over here to share another screen real quick for you, and we get into a live environment. So I just want to hit you with a few of those stats, share with you what's great about why you should be creating and managing a business page. So as I mentioned, we were going to be in a live environment for our for the rest of this presentation. We're going to go through a little bit of an orientation of how you navigate the new look. If you aren't seeing what I have on my screen, you're seeing the old version. Then in the upper right-hand corner of your Facebook page, there is a little drop-down arrow. You can click on that little drop-down arrow, and that will take you to a little panel where you can switch back and forth between temporary and classic Facebook. Now, last time I heard they were going to do away with your ability to switch back and forth, as it says right there, sometime starting in September. Well, hey, Mark, we're at October 1st, and they haven't turned it off yet. So it looks like that you can still switch back and forth. Why not get in there now, get yourself acclimated, because it will be permanent at some point, and so get used to it so that it doesn't slow you up down the road, and take this opportunity so you learn more about it. So switching back and forth, obviously I'm going back to the old version right now. They ask a few questions about missing links, why are you switching back? It's not so much for, I don't want to be there, I'm just obviously for this class. So I'm going to jump back into, just wanted to show you where the toggle switch is. And then from you guys who are in the old version right now, clicking on that bottom or the upper right-hand corner arrow, and then switching over to switch to new Facebook. So what Facebook really has done is, this has been one of the most significant changes that they've had in a number of years. About a year ago, it was probably a year ago, May, during their F8 conference, which is their annual Facebook Developers Conference, Mark Zuckerberg announced that they'd be rolling out a redesign. Now that redesign took effect on our application, on our mobile apps, a number of months ago. Now just getting around to rolling this out to us on a dashboard level. I'm a little apprehensive about it, but I really do like the look and really have been embracing it and navigating it quickly. And like anything, what you put into it, you're going to get out. So just practice, 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 and you'll be able to jump in there. And in a year from now, we'll be like, hey, didn't even know the wiser. In the upper right-hand corner, that drop-down arrow again, one of the cool features they added is the ability to turn from dark to day mode. So dark mode, easy toggle switch. And for your night owls, that's probably a little more appealing on the eyes. I do like the clean white look, so we'll keep it as is for now. Right across the top, you immediately see they have 5 choices for you when it comes to your personal Facebook feed. Your feed is here in the center. So just like the past one, everything, anyone you follow, anybody you've liked, anybody you've engaged with, the algorithm is still serving you the content that you have. Oh, look, we've got some chairs available in Chandler. Flash sale. So you have a ton of content in the center here. Again, the algorithm is still serving you based on what you follow, who you like, your closed groups, and so on. So nothing's really changed there. They've enlarged it a little bit, which is really nice. So
For those of us who have bad eyes, great add-on. At the top there, you've got your home tab. That obviously takes you to your home feed, so refreshes. You've got stories right across the top here, your Facebook stories. So if you're following anybody or putting out content, all your stories will be fed in and go to right here in the center. Let's see. Slip through. All right, cool. The next one here is your watch tab. Your watch tab is going to aggregate in all your videos, all your anyone who's watching videos, content. I mean, your classic police chases, news segments, funny stories, things like that will pretty much all be fed here in the center. So that's where you're going to find a lot of video content. Third one in is marketplace. So for anyone who's selling anything locally, cars, estate sales, consumer to consumer sale, everything is going to be right here under your marketplace. So if you're familiar with that section, it's been moved out over here. It used to live over on the left-hand side, but now it's right here in the center. These are static icons. They won't change, so they'll always be in the same spot. One of my most used tabs that I'm on quite a bit is closed groups, which is the fourth one here. This will aggregate and filter out your news feed to only reflect any recent activity in and all your closed groups. And so as you can see, I cross-post to multiple groups. As I mentioned earlier, Westwards is now out. Feel free to visit us at westusanews.com. You can find out what's happening at our brokerage and some market stats for the month of September, which we just finished. So in our closed groups, if you are a West USA agent with us here at West USA, one of the cool things is we have a closed group for all of our branch locations. So performing a simple search for West USA Realty and then finding your group. If you haven't done so, you can find your branch location and then request to join the group. The closed groups are great for you guys. If you're new to the brokerage, you haven't done so already, jump into the closed group and request to join. The group is made up of only those who are agents with us here at West USA. Our staff naturally is also in there, and so is your branch manager, assistant manager, front desk. We're all in there. It's a great, safe place for you guys to connect, chat, share best practices, we'll learn what's happening at the branch level, office meetings, virtual happy hours. Actually, virtually everything is virtual right now. So, but for now, getting connected and connecting with other agents out of your branch, and then announcements that are coming from the branch manager. So feel free to jump in there and get connected. We only allow agents in there, West USA agents. There's no vendors, no one's soliciting, there's no one selling anything. So for all you hustlers out there who have a side gig, if you're doing the belly wraps or the isogenics, got to save that stuff for your personal page. So real estate related only, but great community to be in, and everyone in there is so polite, thoughtful, helpful. If you're looking for someone to sit in an open house, drop in there. If you're looking to sit in an open house, drop in there and throw it out there. You'll see lots of good content there for you in the way of what's related to the brokerage. All right, cool. So that was my shameless plug. Back to the closed groups. That's your tab here at the top. And the last one is the gaming tab. Not a huge relevant thing for any of us, but Facebook does receive a number of dollars from advertisers, and those pre-rolled ads, those advertisements live in the game section for gamers who live stream. So it's become a big component of their business, which is why it's living up there at the top. So we can just ignore that one since it's not really relevant to what we're doing here. So back at your home tab, once you click on home, on the left-hand side, they've brought a few things that are most frequently used, and they now sit front and center on the left-hand side. So you quickly find out who your friends are. If you hope you have friends on Facebook, but clicking on your friends tab and then you're going through your friend requests, who's friends, who's not, will live in the friends tab there. Most recent, so Facebook likes to do this little thing where, if you think about this and all the pages that you follow, all the friends that you follow, Facebook only has this little strip of space to decide what do you want to see, what's most relevant. And as I've spoken about in my other classes, Facebook has a very complicated algorithm that they don't share with many of us, and so we're always trying to figure out how the algorithm works. But in the algorithm, they're trying to figure out what to serve you. What do you want to see here? So naturally, they're going to show you content that's most popular always. I like to come over and hit the most recent so that I don't miss anything from any of my friends, family, businesses that I'm following. I like what they did here with pages. They've moved the pages tab. So whether you have a single business page or you manage multiple pages, all the pages that you've helped out or managed at one point will be there on the left-hand side. All your pages you manage will be here for you right at the top. Groups is also here again, and then you can click see more and get really into some other navigation. Whether ads, they've got a climate science information center now, fundraising, games, you name it. There's a lot here, and we could be here all day going through all this stuff. But most importantly, you'll notice that if you're ever looking for your business page, it'll be under your pages tab right here. So speaking of business pages, if you haven't already done so, you can visit the West USA business page. This is our main brokerage page that we use. Majority of the content is agent facing. And so with our agent facing content, you're more than welcome to repurpose any of our content, use it not only for your social media needs, but specifically for your Facebook business needs. If there's something in the way of a motivational post, market stats, our Monday morning webinar, certainly make sure to subscribe to that. We each and every Monday we have the guys on for our webinar from the brokerage. We've got everything from market stats to loan information, rates that are changing, and then we always try to bring you some great content on things that you can do to help increase your business and manage your business better. And so any announcements, classes, flyers, recognition, campaigns, anything and everything that lives here on our main page. So if you haven't done so, go ahead and hit that like button there at the very top. If you're new to West USA, click on the like button and I'll be sure to hit my quota. Just kidding. I'm not incentivized on that. So go back to the home tab again. Your shortcuts are on the left-hand side. So any of your shortcuts you have, this is now where you can find them. So whether those shortcuts are closed groups, business pages, you name it, they will all be here. And of course, you can edit those, pin some to the top that you frequent the most. The rest will be automatically sorted, or you can change those, hide those. If you're not active in a group anymore, but don't necessarily want to leave the group, then you're good to go from there. Thank you, CJ, for joining the Awatuki closed group. Appreciate that. Just note too that anyone who requests to join a group, they are moderated by myself and our branch managers. So coming and going, we'll accept you in. You decide to leave the brokerage, we'll be sure to throw you out. So, all right, I'm kidding. All right, here we go, guys. So let's go ahead and create a business page. That's kind of the overall navigation of it. Nothing too crazy with your page. Of course, if you click on your name, this has not moved, whether the old version or new. By clicking on the name, that will take you to your personal Facebook page. You'll notice that they've moved the profile photo into the center here. It now encroaches right into the main business page or the main cover photo. Personally, this drives me crazy because I feel that now you have to create your cover photos with this in mind, because I've got this encroachment from the center circle. So I've been trying to think of some creative ways, some things that I could do to implement so this acts as one image that kind of blends together to have fun with it. Facebook used to have the profile image out here on the corner, so you had all this real estate to have fun with your cover photos. And in fact, now what they've done is with a business page, here's the difference. They've kind of left it down here on the left corner, so you still get some space to play with, which is nice. But just know for your personal page now, they've moved it right up in the center there. And so, but I know why they did this is because the majority of us, when we're on a mobile device, well over 55% of people who consume content on social media and on Facebook are using a mobile device to do so. They're looking at this center part right here, as you can, if you envision the center of your phone, that way your cover photo is right in the center. So nothing really too crazy to report with your personal page. I mean, you've got your friends, about section, you know, everything's real clear and it stands out. There's a lot of things to click on, so just spend your time going through it, whether you're embracing the new look or sticking with the old. Just be mindful, it's going to happen at some point, so why not learn that now? You know, your about intro information, any of your other links to your social media, and I only point out the personal page because you know, at some point in your home buying and selling process with your client. If you're comfortable with it, you may want to connect with them on a friend level and then stay abreast of what's happening with them from a personal standpoint. One of the smart plays for you guys as an agent is if you friend request a past client, or at some point connect with them on social media, friend request them, you can keep an eye on what they're doing, what's happening with them. Little Susie graduates kindergarten, anniversaries, birthdays, weddings, any and all those highlights of life where you can reach out and send a card, stay top of mind with your client. Facebook is a fantastic tool to do that because, hey, if you see that so-and-so just got back from their dream vacation, jump in there and engage with them, have a conversation. Stay top of mind with them, because you hear so often that folks will say they knew someone who had a need, but they couldn't remember their agent's name. And I know that's a killer for a lot of you guys. So fantastic opportunity to use Facebook to stay aware of what's happening. So in the upper right-hand corner, there's a plus symbol for you guys. On the old version, there's a create tab. They've now changed that to a plus. If you click on that plus symbol there, that's going to open up a new panel for you with multiple things that you can create. First and foremost is going to be post. So this would be to a personal page. You've got story, life event, and then page. Page is where we're going to go. Now, let me preface this really quick. If you do already have a personal, or I'm sorry, you already have a business page, no need to create a new one. Sit tight. Let me get through this quick creation for anyone who's looking to build or create a business page for the first time. And then I'll get into the business page, and we'll show you guys where you can go to make edits if there's anything that you'd like to change. All right, so we're gonna go and click on the page tab here, and whole new look, whole new change, a little easier, a little simpler than it was before. Okay, it's cool, refreshing water there. All right, so what I like about this is it used to be a single panel, and you didn't know what you were doing until you were done. Now they brought the desktop preview out over here on the right-hand side. And so as I start to fill in this information, I can see in real time what my business page is going to look like. Now, as I'm typing it out, there you go. What is the name of your page? Now, there's a lot of debate about this. Easiest and simplest way to go about this, and I've heard from AAR and NAR, is to use your first and last name dash West USA Realty. Keep it simple. Identify yourself first, because you are the business, and then your brokerage. And so whether it's West USA Realty or whatever your brokerage name is, keep it simple as that. You can change this should you ever leave or move to another brokerage. You can make a name change to your business, which is nice. So don't feel like you need to get it right the first time, but certainly make it look pretty. Make sure to capitalize, space, and use your hyphen in its appropriate place. Next is going to be category. Really simple thing to do is start typing the word real estate, and Facebook will start to anticipate where you're going with those categories and auto-populate those categories that are available to you. And so right there you see first, real estate agent is the #1 choice, and so that's at the top for you there. Choosing a category helps describe the type of business, organization, and will help with representing your page when they categorize you on Facebook. And then the last one there is your description. Don't believe you have to fill this in right now, but take some time, excuse me, take some time to think about your business. How do you want to position yourself? Hi, my name is Keith Flynn. I'm a brand new real estate agent with West USA Realty. Excited about helping you, anyone you may know, with home buying and selling, or you've been an agent for a number of years and you're moved to a new brokerage, or however, whatever you want to really say. It's going to be different for everybody. So take some time out, think about what you want to say in your description, and then add that in there. Of course, I'll show you where you can add that after the fact. When you're done there at the bottom, go ahead and click on the create page. And next, it's going to ask me to upload an image. So your profile photo is optional at this point, but making it very simple, we're going to click on add a profile photo. Obviously, my downloads file, my picture file folder is going to open up, and I'm going to choose a picture that works for me, whatever that is for you. There we go. boom, drops in, and you're already sized up. If the size or the image is a large image, there will be an editor in there so you can massage it and move around so that it's perfect. And from there, in this case, I chose one that's already sized to dimension, so I'm making it easy on myself. And then you have add your cover photo. Now, when you're adding a cover photo, finding something that's going to work for you. I've got a ton of canned cover photos. Of course, I didn't have one prepped up, so let's go cover photo. I'll do a quick search, and we'll see what we come up with. Cover photos, there's a couple places where you can find cover photos. We actually have a cover photo. Cover photos on our main West USA Facebook page. All right. We have, you can steal any of our cover photos is what I'm trying to get at. You can take any one of our cover photos from our main Facebook page because they already branded, they have our logo on there. They will have, excuse me, let's just find one. I'm gonna just do this family photo here from our recent trip. Now, this could be a house, a neighborhood, it could be an area of town, it could be whatever you want it to be. You can drop in a logo. If you don't have logos or access to our logos, if you haven't acquired those yet, you can email me on Keith, that's Keith @westusa.com, and I can shoot those over to you. Not only our logos, which we have in several different versions, but I also have the registered R, the fair housing, and MLS trademarks that you can throw on there as well. Having those pieces of graphic on your cover photo will keep you in compliance, not only for the page, but for all the content that's on there as well. So choosing your cover photo and then saving, you know, when you add cover photos, I highly recommend changing those out once a month. Have them follow your holidays, if anything at all. If you don't have a listing, or maybe it's not, you don't have anything to make a collage of, because I know a lot of agents will use their cover photo and create a collage of a listing. You can just follow the holidays. And so obviously October's come, well, this is October. October is now, we are in Halloween season. So if you, which is a reminder, because I should probably change out ours to reflect Halloween now. So card season started, not too bad of a start. If you go to our main business page on Facebook, you can click into those images and scroll through those. If you see something you like and it's not dated, you know, obviously Happy New Year 2018 is not going to work for you right now. But excuse me, if you find a cover photo that you like and you want to use, then by all means, go ahead and right-click, save as, or download image to your device, and then upload that as your cover photo. That's the easiest and simple way to do it, is just steal that we've done what we've done in the past. Of course, you can always go to Canva and create your own cover photos. I love using Canva for real quick stuff on the fly. We've got a fantastic design team here at West USA, and so you know, they're often working with you guys as agents, and so I'll just jump into Canva real quick and, you know, don't want to bog them down. I'll create a real quick cover photo, throw the logo on top, and we'll switch stuff up. The neat thing about Canva, and real quick just to plug it, I actually teach the class on Canva once a month, so keep an eye on our calendar, westusacalendar.com, for the Canva class. Past classes are recorded on our YouTube channel, but I show you guys how to create cover photos, you know, add in some images that you've taken, and really just, you know, empower you to make the changes. There's no need to really hire anybody or reach out and spend money to Fiverr.com or some of the other resources out there. You're totally able to do these things now on your own, and make them look really fun and fantastic. And then there you go. There's some Halloween versions right there. You can choose any one of these templates, change it out as you need. Autumn comes, leaves silently shed their color. So you can take any one of these, download those, and then add those in as your cover photo. So have fun with that. You know, really embrace and own your designs. Drop in a home, maybe you've got a featured listing, you can use this space to promote it. From there, you've got your pretty much your cover photo and your headshot, which disappeared. Yep. View photo. Well, that's interesting. It didn't, probably because I didn't hit the save button. So let's go ahead and add a profile photo. We'll choose that one. Oh, there you go. There's your editor for you guys. So if you ever have a large image, you want to manipulate or move it around, mine's already kind of to spec. So hit save and then you're good to go. Your general template looks as this. Pretty clean, pretty simple. You've got your home, services, reviews, shop, more. There's going to be some features here that are not relevant to your business, but what we're going to take you to, or where we're going to take you to next, is the About section. When you're creating your page, whether for first time or you want to make some changes to it, a lot of what you can change will be found in the About tab right here in the center. So again, from your navigation, clicking on More, and then clicking on the About tab. Now, when you get to the About tab, there's a lot of other information that's in here that you may not have filled out before, and this is an awesome opportunity to do that. You've got hours of operation, your website, phone number, email address. These are all questions that were not asked at the top of the creation, and you can take the time to go in there now and edit those. Anything in blue, you know, traditionally is edible, so you can click on that, hover over it, and it'll take you into the edit screen. Whether you have a free site with us here at West USA Realty or a third party or whatever you're using, you purchase your domain name, you can drop it right into there, into your box right there. And then my page doesn't have a website, you can select that obviously and hit enter. All right, and then it's been saved. So there you go. So once it's been saved, you'll get a little save changes and you'll see that it's taken place. Enter your phone number in, whether you're using a cell phone or you want to use the brokerage phone number, 602-942-4200. We do have a 24-hour call center service, so if you don't want to put your cell phone number, feel free to put that number there. We'll always connect you to you as long as they're asking for you. So once you drop that in, that'll save as well, and then we can move on to the next section. All right, let's see if we'll try it again. Okay, well, I guess I gotta select the United States. All right, there we go. Yeah, so you know, little glitches. I've been hearing about little funny glitches here and there when it comes to creating. There we go. Your changes have been saved. There's some things that have been missing. If you see something that's changed or missing, Facebook does have, and it's collecting feedback right now when it comes to creating these new pages. Facebook historically will roll out changes regionally. They don't just hit a switch and all of us in the United States receive the new look. They would be overloaded with glitches, errors, things that are missing, individual issues. Excuse me. And so they'll roll out their changes state by state, regional sometimes. That way they can work on those problems as they go. So if you're not seeing the changes yet, don't worry about it. It's coming. But just know that you, for the most part, can make these edits the same way as you would on an old version or the new. Entering your email address. So we'll drop that in there. Whoop. I am standing up, and so I do not have luck typing and standing up at the same time. But once you drop in your email address, that will save and close the box out. And as I guess I should be a little more patient and let it do its thing. All right. So going through making these changes, important. Anyone who visits your business page will have access to contacting you in the way that they'd like to. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and just leave that alone because apparently it's not gonna take. So sending a message. What's really cool about the business pages is you have auto replies that you can turn on. When someone jumps on your business page for the first time, they have the opportunity to use some of these default messages, which is really neat. So that's there for you, and those messages are tailored because of the category as being a real estate agent. And so they're pointed specifically to you, which is nice. Additional information, additional description. This is where you can add in some more information about you. Remember, this was at the first screen. If you hadn't written anything for yourself yet, this is where you can come back to find it in the About section, and then allow you to fill in the description about your business. You know, take advantage of this opportunity to be a little more emotive, a little more descriptive about you as a person, and then what's likable, and then encourage them to use you and obviously differentiate you from your other agents that are out there. For the most part, when it comes to the about section, that's about it. If you guys want to put in your hours of operations, whether you have no hours, you're always open, permanently closed, open, or select hours, you can obviously choose the days of the week. Maybe you've got softball practice on Wednesdays, so not available. You can add those hours in, which will really help out with tailoring your business information. Okay, so when it comes to using your business page, one of the features that's really cool, especially from a mobile device, because so many of us are on our mobile device when we're consuming content, is the call to action button, this little blue button right here in the right corner. There's only one that you can assign, but when you click on that button, whether you're editing the past button that you already have or for the first time, Facebook gives you a number of options now. It used to be 7, then it went to 9, and as you can see, lots of opportunity now relevant to what it is that you do. So, if you're an e-commerce store, retailer, restaurant, service provider, whether you're hair salon, nails, Terminex, you name it, there's a lot of different choices that would be relevant to each of these different categories. Call now, very popular. Contact us, send a message. These 3 guys are the most common that I see with agents. Also then too, if you have requested our free West USA mobile app, you can link the app into, back up there. One of the options is use app. A lot of agents like to add in the web link to their specific app so that folks can download the app from your from the Facebook page. If you let's see here real quick. Your app, if you have your app installed on your device, if you go to your West USA app and open the app, let me see if I can find it here. Thought I had it. I might have deleted. When you open your app, in the upper left-hand corner, there are 3 little dashes. That is a navigation bar. Click on that and then go to share your app. When you click on share app and choose text message, you're able to click on text message, and then it will auto-populate a text message. But in that auto-populated content is your specific app address. We're looking for the HTTP //app.westusa.com/ and then whatever that unique code is that's specific to your app. So if you decide to go this route, you can drop that link in there. When folks visit your Facebook page, they can download your app, and then obviously start to use the app from there with your branded information. So popular one to use, just want to point that out to you. But for most of us, call now or send message is real popular. We're all text message based and message based, and so rarely do any of us pick the phone up anymore. So you can hit send a message, and what that'll do is send a message to you directly, and you can respond via Facebook. So that's going to be kind of the nuts and bolts of you guys creating your content, or I'm sorry, creating your business page. Nothing too crazy. All your settings and information insights are going to be over here on the left-hand side. All this stuff used to be stuffed up here in these different links. You really had to get buried into the content in order to find it, or at least into the settings in order to find it. They brought a lot of that out, which is nice, made it real clean over here on the left-hand side. Now, I'll get into creating a post and creating an editorial calendar and using your Facebook groups as a play. But one of the things that you're going to experience and use on the left-hand side that's a really benefit to you is the publishing tools. There's a number of areas where you can post from, whether you could use the plus symbol in the upper right-hand corner and click on create a post, or you go into the main feed right here and create a post. So you got several different areas where you can do this from, or on the left-hand side, you've got publishing tools. I like the publishing tools because not only will I see I'll have the ability to post, but I can also look at past posts at a glance. One of the benefits you're going to experience from using the publishing tools is not only creating a post from this screen, but again, you'll be able to see all of your past content. And I'm going to jump into, bear with me 1 second. I've got no insights on a new page. I haven't done anything yet. But if I show you guys the publishing tools from our main West USA page, you can see at a glance all of our past content, and I can see the analytics associated with it. Now, as I mentioned earlier, reasons and benefits for having a business page, this is exactly what I was talking about. I can look at all the posts that I've done in the last week, 3 weeks, a month, you name it. I can change the dates to reflect the time frame in which I want to see. I can see who's reached, who has seen my content. What was the reach? So for the October Westwards edition that I posted earlier at 8:54 a.m., so far 61 people have seen it. It's reached 61 news feeds. Any one of the tip tools, if you hover over those, it'll tell you a little more in description, a little more description about what this means. Number of people who saw your post at least one time. That's a unique reach. Engagement will show you the number of reactions, comments, shares, and people who've clicked on the content. What those reactions are, there were 2 in this instance, and if anyone commented, and if there was a share. Comments and shares, huge. We want to see that level of engagement. Whenever these 2 things are performed, the algorithm is going to give you the most credit, the most weight. If someone comments or someone shares your content, that tells the algorithm that what you're posting is high value and worth engaging in. And so we want to focus in a lot of our content creation. The goal is to get people to comment and share. Sharing, obviously, you're going to help cast out your content organically to more people, get more eyeballs on your content, which in return results in you getting more exposure for yourself and your business. Comments are fantastic because now a conversation has started, and you should not be, no pun because it's Halloween, but do not post and ghost. If you're going to take the time to drop content onto your social media and someone comments, hey, this is great, get back in there and share a comment back with them. Whether it's just you saying, hey, thanks for stopping by, I really appreciate you sharing. Whenever you comment, try to shoot for 4 words or more. Thanks, you too. Really quick, short answers will not register with the algorithm. So having a nice response, hey, I really appreciate that. What about the post did you like? Or do you live in this neighborhood? Do you know someone who lives in this neighborhood? Great way to encourage engagement is ask a question back. This is no different if you ran into somebody in the parking lot at Costco and you're like, hey, love your house, cool, thanks, and you walk away. No, you're just stop and talk to them and have a conversation. So again, remember, we're building relationships socially. This is social prospecting. So really focus on content that's going to get these 2 numbers up over here. Creation, reaction, likes, engagement is important as well. But overall, you can look at your content and scroll through at a 30,000-foot view and say, oh, wow, this one got 372. It reached a lot of people. I can tell you right now, when you see spikes in your reach, it's usually in correlation with, there you go, comments and shares. People who comment and people who share, Facebook then shows those people's actions with their friends, families, and followers. And you probably have seen this before. Hey, Keith liked this. Keith commented on that. Keith shared this. And so that's kind of how we want this to go. We really want to get our content to organically grow out there without spending any money. Of course, we can spend dollars and boost these and run ads. You can take any of your posts, any of your past posts, and create an ad from those if this has done or has been really successful. And so looking at your content at a glance is really important. So when I go to create a post, my best shared practice tip for you guys is to create from this screen. And if you missed how you got there, we're going to click on the home tab one more time. We're going to come over here to, let's get back into the business. I'm on my business page. On the left-hand side, I'm going to go to my publishing tools, and I'm going to look at my stuff from a glance. create my content, create my post, all right there for you, which is really nice. Creating a post content, if you can, always try to post a video. Video statistically is shown has the highest level of engagement. It is often the most retained message. Whenever someone posts a video, people are going to retain more of the message when they consume it in a video form over anything else. I mean, that's just, text, people are going to scroll right past it. A greedy, ugly ass image, they're going to pass right past it. This is a highly visual industry. High res images is encouraged. So each and every time you can take an awesome photo with your mobile device, or you hire a professional to shoot your home, your listing, use those images in your content. And one little tidbit for you guys too, if you're taking images off of Google, if you're taking images from another website, all images have metadata that's behind it, almost like a digital fingerprint. If you take that content from another site or from another website or at the MLS, or you didn't take that photo directly from your phone and you post it on Facebook, while it's incremental, it is showing up on the back end to the algorithm as duplicate content. So again, it's showing up as duplicate content because that image lives somewhere else on the internet. Now, Facebook, and the reason why I say this is Facebook has a very powerful database of images. Facebook crawls the internet indexing images at an alarming rate. And if that content or that image that you're posting is not original, meaning like if we're using Shutterstock or any other images from like free sites, or your photos already exist on your MLS listing, Realtor.com, Zillow, and then you repurpose that content, it's not a huge deal, but you will get a little bit dinged, less value, because Facebook indexes and it shows that content already exists somewhere else. So you're not getting that original content credit. So that's why I always say, regardless of what the homeowner provides for you in the way of photography, if you're in that home and you get a chance to be in there, shoot some photos yourself from your cell phone, from your mobile device, camera, and then use that content. That's when you truly will be rewarded for having original content. So hope that makes sense. It's a little antiquated, but I learned that from a pro at Facebook. A little something that we don't all know about. So have fun with that one. Hopefully that'll get you some little extra love and weight when it comes to content creation. All right, so we're at 11 o'clock right now. Gone over this a little bit. I don't see any questions, so I'm assuming that I'm just an amazing instructor and you guys are all retaining this information. I kid, but hey, listen, if you do have any questions after the fact, you can always email me on keith@westusa.com. For video, highly recommend you guys posting video when and if you can. My tidbit for you guys on video is, one second here. I have one, whoop, probably helps if I get that, there we go, created for you. I want to show you guys just a quick little snippet of 5 video ideas for realtors that I hope you will benefit from this. Let me open this up real quick and I'll share my screen. Whoop. All right, here we go, main screen. Cool. All right, hopefully you guys are all there. You can all see that. Okay, real quick. So five tips for you guys when it comes to creating. Number 1, shoot for virtual open houses. 2 ways to do this. You can either go live from the homeowner's house and shoot your video from their audience, from their home, walk around, showcase elements of the house, the open spaces, anything that may have been remodeled recently, and do a walk and talk open house. Keep it short, 2 to 3 minutes. Engage people in conversation as they jump on. Hey, Keith, thanks for joining me. Hey, I'm going to show you this backyard. It's amazing. Hey, what's going on, Mike? Glad you could join us. Are you guys still living in the North Terra area? Start dialogue conversations with people when you go live. The second way you can do, the second option for going live on a virtual tour is go live from your home PC, your home desktop. Put all your photos, your videos together in a folder, descriptions, listing, before and after photos. Put them on your computer, then go live from your desktop device and then share your screen. And then open those photos up. Tell us what we're looking at. Describe the before and afters. As if we're doing a open house, but we're doing it virtually where I'm sharing my screen with you. I'm sure we've all been on a Zoom call. We can do a Zoom call real quick with somebody if we had to, one-on-one, or go live from your Facebook page. The great benefit is these recordings will stay and live on your Facebook page after the fact, and that's social proof for anyone who may visit your page after you're done. Number 2 there, get human with them in your videos, right? Connect with nonprofits, reach out to anyone remotely, interview the principals, schools starting back up again, see if they'll jump on a Zoom call with you, 10 minutes. How are things going? What are some things you want folks to know in the neighborhood? You're the agent for that neighborhood, so you could really leverage this and be a connector and showcase some additional information that may not be out there. HOA is another good one. Connect with the HOA, whether a board member or the property management company. What are some of the ongoing challenges and needs in the area that A, as someone who lives in the neighborhood, could address and help out with, and B, how can I get involved? Again, you're facilitating that with the neighborhood through the closed group or through your business page. And then number 4 there, tips for selling and buyers, tips for sellers and buyers. 3 things to avoid, 3 things to do: decluttering, pre-approval, interview a loan officer, get with Bree from VIP Mortgage. Maybe she can connect you with somebody who can do 3 things to getting pre-qualified. Or what are some things I didn't know I need to be looking at to where I could pre-qualify, and what to expect on closing day. And then the last one for you guys here, if you do one video at all, do your About Me video. Hi, I'm Keith Flynn, real estate agent with West USA Realty. Been an agent for over 10 years now, and I like to specialize in helping first-time home buyers. If you or someone you know is looking to purchase a home in or around the Phoenix market, I'd love for you to reach out to me, and then go from there. Showcase your personality, and most importantly, just be you. Be genuine and unique in your videos. If you're going to do anything, do a video, sit down, batch your content, and use that content to really take your Facebook page to the next level. All right, so I've talked your ear off. I appreciate you guys sticking around with me for a little bit there. Next Thursday's class, 10 a.m. Boy, what is that? October 8th. I'll be doing, actually, and it's funny, I'll be doing smart video with your smartphone. So I'll touch on these again, but I'll jump into gear, tactics, styling, things you can do, where you can edit your video, how you can edit your video, voiceover, stuff like that. Things that can really take your video to the next level. Again, you don't have to overproduce these, but there's so many little inexpensive pieces of gear out there that can really elevate it to the next level and really differentiate yourself from your competition. So if you have any questions, email me. I'm keith@westusa.com. As always, you guys are fantastic. I thank you for taking the time out today. As always, too, be kind, be safe, and we will see you next week. Oh.